Today I'll be breaking down the complete lore from FNAF 1 all the way to Help Wanted 2. I'll be going over the books too. I'm making this into an hour-long video, so sit back and grab a snack and enjoy. Five Nights at Freddy's is an indie point-and-click survival horror video game developed by Scott Cawthon and was released on July 24, 2014. The goal is for the player to try to survive the night at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza while avoiding getting caught by the animatronics. After the second Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria is closed in 1987 after the bite of 87, the company reopened the pizzeria in a smaller place in 1988. The game takes place in 1993. Mike Schmidt, who is presumably Michael Afton using a pseudonym, applies to be the new security guard for the pizzeria. Mike works 5 nights at the pizzeria, risking death in the process. After the 5th night, Mike received his payment of $120. Mike works 2 more nights, but after the 7th night, Mike is fired for tampering with the animatronics. When he ends up being caught by the animatronics, the game over screen depicts him forcefully stuffed, dead, into a suit. The restaurant closed down soon after, before the end of the year. The Missing Children's Incident, sometimes abbreviated as MCI, was an incident in which several children went missing at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. The incident is a major point of interest for other events that occurred in the Five Nights at Freddy's FNAF universe. Five Nights at Freddy's, or FNAF for short, is an indie point-and-click survival horror video game in the first installment of the series developed by Scott Cawthon. It was first released on IndieDB as a demo on July 24, 2014 before the full game was released on August 8, 2014, although it was ultimately removed at an unknown date, and released on Steam on August 18, 2014. The goal for the player is to survive 5 nights at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza while avoiding getting caught and stuffed into a mascot costume, thus getting killed by the animatronic characters. This is done by tracking their movements via the restaurant's security cameras. Chronologically, the game is the sequel to Five Nights at Freddy's 2 and the prequel to Five Nights at Freddy's 3, which makes it the 3rd game. Due to its universal success upon release, the game spawned a media franchise for a series of games, books, and merch, as well as a film adaptation which was released on October 27, 2023. Summary: welcome to your new summer job at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, where kids and parents alike come for entertainment and food as far as the eye can see. The main attraction is Freddy Fazbear, of course, and his 2 friends. They are animatronic robots, programmed to please the crowds. The robots' behavior has become somewhat unpredictable at night, however, and it was much cheaper to hire you as a security guard than to find a repairman. From your small office you must watch the security cameras carefully. You have a very limited amount of electricity that you're allowed to use per night. That means when you run out of power for the night, no more security doors and no more lights. If something isn't right, namely if Fredbear or his friends aren't in their proper places, you must find them on the monitors and protect yourself if needed. Can you survive 5 Nights at Freddy's? Five Nights at Freddy's is an indie point-and-click survival horror game. The player controls Mike Schmidt, the night guard at the fictional Freddy Fazbear's Pizza restaurant. The objective of the game is to survive a whole shift, which lasts from midnight to 6 a.m., several minutes in real time, while avoiding the 4 animatronics who roam the restaurant after hours. Mike is forced to spend each night in the security office, which serves as a base of operations. The player has a monitor at their disposal to scroll through the security cameras and see where the animatronics are, although the cameras are grainy and poorly lit, and the camera in the kitchen only provides an audio feed. The animatronics each have unique movement patterns, and will attempt to get inside the office through one of 2 hallways on either side of the room. The player can activate hall lights to check if an animatronic is outside, and shut either of the 2 doors to keep animatronics out. However, the player has limited power each night, which is displayed via a percentage in the bottom left corner of the screen. Power will drain over time, although using the monitor, lights and doors will consume more power, and if the player runs out, all of these features will deactivate for the rest of the night. Freddy himself will then appear in the office, eventually attacking unless the clock hits 6 a.m. first. If an animatronic does enter the office, it results in them jump-scaring the player and taking them to the game over screen, before we are brought back to the title screen. The game's main campaign is split into 5 increasingly difficult levels, or nights. Finishing Night 5 will complete the story and unlock an extra challenging Night 6, and clearing that will unlock a customizable Night 7 that allows the player to adjust each animatronic's difficulty. Freddy Fazbear, otherwise simply known as just Freddy, is the titular antagonist of the Five Nights at Freddy's series and the main of the 4 original animatronics of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. Freddy is a brown animatronic bear and the star attraction of the original Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, as well as the face and namesake of the company that owns it, Fazbear Entertainment. Freddy takes the role of lead singer and overall performer of the band, standing in the center of the stage. Undisclosed to Fazbear Entertainment and the public, Freddy is possessed by the restless spirit of Gabriel, a little boy murdered by William Afton. Due to this, Freddy and his likewise possessed bandmates are now seeking revenge against their common killer by attacking any similar-looking adults in the pizzeria after hours in a blind rage, not knowing that they, the children, are being manipulated by William Afton. However, Freddy is evidently friendly towards children and seeks to save his and his.